Yes, so it seems like summer has arrived early this year. Like you've just said, record temperatures already hitting close to 40 degrees in places like Johannesburg and Pretoria. So it is more important now more than ever to make those sensible skin protection choices. And with us in studio to let us in on how to do that is dermatologist Dr. Ian Webster. Doctor, good morning.
Good morning.
Great to have you here. So it's a nice thing, of course, summer. We all really do enjoy it, but of course, extreme temperatures, and this is said to be one of the hottest summers across the continent. Looking at the stuff that we use, our sunscreens, are they enough to handle the heat, and what kind of protection should we be looking to get to keep our skin protected?
We've got excellent sunscreens these days. We've got much more chemicals, UVA filters, and they're much better formulations in that they suit different skin types. If you've got an oily skin, so we've got fantastic new products. We've also got topical antioxidants that protect us against environmental damage like pollution, etc., etc. So we've got fantastic new products
and
available.
It's something that we should all be considering, because it's been shown that if you do protect your skin properly, you could get as much as a 10-year difference between your actual age and what you look like. So what are the things to do to avoid skin pigmentation and damage to your skin?
Well, number one, you want to avoid the sun. So try and avoid the midday sun. Wear a hat, put on the proper sunscreen, maybe even have a tint in your car window, because a lot of the UVA comes through the car window. And then, as I mentioned, use a good quality sunblock.
Yeah.
And as I also mentioned, we do have topical antioxidant serums that help fight against the UV rays.
Yeah. And I'm assuming these would also come in handy if you have spent too much time out in the sun and you find that your skin is burnt, right? That's
correct. Well, they're more preventative. So if your skin, if you have got bad sunburn, then what you need to do is, if you experience bad sunburn, is to try and cool your skin down as much as possible. And that will often be, you can use a cold towel or something like that. You can put a moisturizing cream in the fridge and cool it down. You can take a topical anti-inflammatory agent like ibuprofen. And then if you have burnt with blisters, then it's best to keep the blisters intact for as long as possible, because that acts like a natural dressing.
Yeah. And when is it the right time to go and see a dermatologist if you do find something very strange? Let's say a blister that stays on for quite a while.
Well, number one, obviously the big worry is skin cancer. With excessive sun exposure, you do get skin cancer. So there's three types of skin cancer. There's a basal cell carcinoma that often presents with a little scab or a little, often a little bit of bleeding.
Yes.
And then you get a squamous carcinoma that often produces like a warty growth.
Yes.
That grows very quickly. And the real nasty one is, that's what's been shown on the screen there, that is the malignant melanoma. So the malignant melanoma, that is the most dangerous.
Is it one of these ones on this
grid?
Which one is it?
Number 11.
Number 11, so that's the malignant melanoma.
So that is the most dangerous skin cancer of all. That can kill you, and that can kill young people.
My goodness.
So 50% of melanomas arise from an existing mole that you've got that changes. So if you've got a mole that suddenly starts itching, bleeding, changes in size or shape, you should see a dermatologist. Or you developed a new mole that you've never had before, then and it is also
exhibiting those kind of properties, it's itching and it's bleeding, then you should definitely go and see a dermatologist. Doctor, thank you so much. So, as you've heard, if you are heading outside this weekend, please put on some sunscreen and reapply it regularly if you plan on getting wet and swimming among the waves. Your life could quite literally depend on it. Hey, and speaking of which, I heard yesterday Gabriela Esposito referring to the fact that Graham's has been tanning quite a bit. Am I the only one that noticed that?